Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to the Ankle Amputee podcast. How do you do, in Shep? How are you?
Hey, brother, how you doing?
All right. Good to see you.
Likewise.
So I was just now giving us our little intros and welcoming everyone to the show tonight. I already said I am Mr. Q, and we have with us as well our lovely co-hostess.
Chef T. Hello, everybody.
There you are. And how was your week this week, sister?
Hectic.
Hectic.
Um,
You started a new job, you said.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Other than that, been chilling. How about you?
Uh, ups and downs throughout this week. One moment, I'm just. Okay, here we are. Ups and downs throughout the course of the week, sister. Lots going on in my life. This separation issue with my wife is, something that requires a lot of attention and a lot of consideration and prayer. So I have that going on. And trying to keep my other businesses afloat and going. Stealing from Peter to pay Paul, it catches up with you after a while. So you just gotta, kind of slow down things and regroup and make sure that you're giving things their proper attention and putting it and prioritizing them.
For sure.
Yeah, that's what this week has been about for me. A lot of great developments, though. A lot of cool things are happening. I mean, a lot of this podcast is getting some attention, which I'm really happy about. We are getting some attention, and so that makes me feel good. Plum Queen, I was chatting with her earlier. Yeah, I was chatting with her earlier today, and she made a comment. She says, "Oh, Mr. Q, people have been going and looking at my interview on you guys' show, and they really like what you guys are doing. So that makes us feel. I know it makes me feel good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Never would have thought.
Yeah, I tell you. And so last week, and it's okay. It is what it is, man. I know I kind of went off on different tangents, and I'm glad that we had the opportunity to chat and connect briefly afterwards. About the show. And what I really appreciated was, okay, we knew that we were going to do a part 2 to our relationship segment. And I will make some comments about that. Okay. And I'm so glad that you came up with the concept or the idea of us talking about self-love. Okay. Yes. So I've done some research and I got some points that I want to bring up. But is there anything you want to talk about before we dive into this topic?
No, let's get right into it. Let's go.
Okay. So, well, you brought it up. Well, what do you want to say?
All right. Well, basically, when we're talking about relationships this whole month, I figured like the most important relationship to have is one with yourself. We tend to put so much effort into relationships with friends, coworkers, our immediate families, but we don't tend to hone that attention to ourselves. We're the only person who knows ourselves the best, so why not spend as much time as you can with yourself? I noticed that when I spend as much time with myself, I learn more and more every day, and with that comes growth. And I know with growth, it scares some people because you do tend to lose a lot of friends or a lot of associates or even family members when you start to really enter who you are or you come one with yourself. So I always tell people, like, it's okay to be alone. Like, it's okay to go out to eat by yourself, or it's okay to go watch a movie by yourself, or it's okay to spend the weekend at home by yourself. Like, a lot of people have attachment issues. I think that's what it is, or dependent issues. And once again, to our first episode, it gets down to the beginning, to your childhood, to how you were raised, your traumas, and all that, all put together in one. And I feel like people can't stand to be with themselves or with their own personal thoughts. But like I said, loving yourself is priority in life. You can love yourself, you can love everybody. But if you don't love
Mhm.
yourself, you have the energy or even the time or the just even any kind of love to give anybody if you don't give it to yourself. You know what I mean?
I dig it. I dig it. I'm going through an interesting time, as I was saying, and so it gives you an opportunity to take that time to mentally reflect. And sometimes, I think in our lives, we can, especially with social media and looking at the Instagrams and the TikToks, and we look around and we see all these people appearing to be beautiful and successful and in dynamic relationships, and they're traveling and they look like money is not an expense and stuff.
Hello? You there, Miss Q? Looks like we're having a glitch, guys. One moment.
Stream. I'm sure that Chef. Okay, here's Chef. Chef will be back, I'm sure. As I was saying, actually, let me send her a Facebook message to tell her. Of course, one moment, guys. Just gonna tell Chef I'm back on the air. Okay. Oh, there she is. Okay, there you are, Chef. Okay. There we are. Okay. Yeah, we just got cut off there for a second. So what I was saying is that, you look at these people, and these people can be in your neighborhood, or on media, and you're like, man, well, how they get so damn happy, man? How come it look like they got everything they wanted? And so when I find myself looking at things like that, I do like to go outside of myself and try to gather information and perspectives that I may not have. Now, one thing that I'll say about something that you said, okay, when you get into yourself, who knows you better than you? Okay.
Right.
I don't know about that, sister, because, and this is one thing I want to talk about in our community, mental health issues in the Black community. There are instances where you may not have the tools to help yourself, and you may not be able to define what is going on and what needs to be addressed within you. So I always want to encourage people that if you find yourself in that predicament where you've taken time, you've gone inside, and you're still not really, making those breakthroughs that you want, there's no shame and harm. And in fact, I think it'd probably be very beneficial to go out and seek other advice and input, professional.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've been in therapy. I've done
Yeah.
therapy.
Oh, you
Yeah.
do that now? I'm about to start doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to
It's
start doing
it's very helpful because, like you said, to have an outside source that doesn't hold judgment, doesn't know you from Adam, to give you an insight that you need desperately, yeah, for sure. I
Do you still
absolutely.
do that, or
No, I haven't gone to therapy in years, but
in years? Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna check that out. I think I'm gonna do that a little bit.
yeah.
So I said all that to say, yeah, I came up with about 10 or 13 steps that seem to be consistent in articles that I was reading about how things that people can do to engage in the process of loving yourself more. Okay. So I thought maybe conversations could maybe bounce off a couple of these points. So I'll just go look at the first one. Stop comparing yourself to others. We're socialized to be competitive. So comparing ourselves to others is natural, but it can be dangerous. There's just no point in comparing yourself to anyone else on the planet because there's only one you. Focus on yourself and your journey. The shift of energy alone will help you feel free. Chef, what do you think about that?
I absolutely agree. I used to have that issue. I used to always compare my situation to others, not really realizing like like you just said, my journey is my journey and their journey is their journey.
Mhm.
When my life is on pause, it's on pause for a reason, and while it's on play, it's on play for a reason. So I had to I had to come to terms with that many years ago. It took me a while to. I used to compare my life or my situation to others all the time. But I do agree,
Mm,
like you shouldn't focus on the outside and everyone else. Spend all that energy on you and
right.
your
I do agree with that.
journey for sure.
Yeah. Now I
You'll
do
get so
think,
much further.
yeah. Now and I have issues with this statement. I can dig this statement and I agree with it for the most part. I think that a certain amount of looking to see what the next guy is doing in this race of life, quote unquote, is healthy because I think that's healthy. I think that a little bit of that is okay. I think that it's good to kind of look at your life and say, well, man, I see a lot of my peers have done this or have this in their life. Doesn't mean that you're a bad person because you ain't got those things. But there are benchmarks that maybe should be considered. But maybe that's an old fashioned way of thinking. What I've been learning about this new generation is that everybody is kind of, well, I'm doing my thing. YOLO, YOLO, whatever that is. You don't live once, the thing. And I'm living my best life. Okay, I see. And I don't know how that's going to turn out. In my
I don't.
generation, there was a certain amount of, yeah, I want to look at this motherfucker because, yeah, if he can do it, then I should be able to do it too. And if I'm not doing it, why aren't I doing it? And I want to know that answer. Maybe it ain't for me to do. Maybe that ain't my path, but I'm going to ask that question. That's just me.
I feel like it's okay to ask that question, but just take it as motivation, not necessarily as
Don't let
some,
it, yeah,
become you or a part
right.
of your journey. And like you said, it might be an old way of thinking. And like you said, it's not that we want it's YOLO or living our best life. I feel like we've been indoctrinated for so many years of our lives. We're finally doing what we want to do that makes us happy. So many people are doing what makes them happy now, and I think that's throwing people's
That's true.
equilibrium off because they're so used to doing shit in order 1, 2, 3, 4. No, like people are doing shit that makes them happy, and I commend people for that because for so long you can do something for so many years and be so unhappy, and as soon
Yeah,
as you do something that you love or that you enjoy doing, your whole world turns upside down, and
I
you're
agree.
a better person for it. So I
And
think
it's
a
what
lot of
you're
people.
putting that energy into, like that statement was saying. Yeah.
Correct.
What you're saying, sister?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying what you're saying is about like that statement, you're gonna reap the benefits of what you put your energy into. So if you're putting your energy into putting yourself down and whatever, then that's what you're gonna get. Everything to
Exactly.
reinforce that belief. Right.
Magnet. You're a magnet to your thoughts. You're a magnet to everything, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, here's another one. Let's see. Don't worry about others' opinions. In that same vein, don't worry about what society thinks or expects of you. You can't make everyone happy. So this is a waste of time and will only slow you down on your journey to being the best you. Yeah, I think I still stand behind that statement. Don't worry about the opinions of others. Well, see, you know, sister, I don't know, man. Some of that shit, no, you should worry about the fucking opinions of others. Because if you're a fucked up mom, another mom tell, hey man, look at the way she treat her kids and she leave them behind. And she don't be cleaning them kids. You should be fucking worried about the opinions of others. So I can't get with that philosophy in this new time. I was raised to care what motherfuckers think about you. Why? Because you represent this family every time you go out the door. And so just because it makes you happy, don't be going out here being a dumbass and making our family look bad. It might make you happy, but look at the long-term effects of that happiness. And everything that you think is making you happy, all that shit you ain't supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And I just don't trust people. That's what I think it might be.
Exactly. Trust. It comes down to trust. I just had that thought. That's funny. I just had this thought today while sitting in my car, and I'm telling people about our podcast. You know, I'm very excited, and they're interested, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna give you information. And there's a lot of things I like to do behind the scenes that I wouldn't do, you know, normally. And I had to think about it, like, no, you're inviting these people to watch you, so be careful, you know, what you say or do. This comes where the opinion of others matters sometimes, especially when you're trying to do big things in life. You know what I mean? So it's a time and a place.
Yeah, it's a time and a place. You're right. And that's the thing. And I'm so glad you said that, sister, because I think I hit a benchmark today. Ooh. I was in one of the theater groups on Facebook.
Nice.
And I got an invite for specifically professional people of color in the theater world, okay? People that earn their living doing theater. And I'm in the group, and I got this invitation to come down to Mexico and do a clown workshop and a dancing workshop. I was looking at it. I went to the site and I looked through it. I see who's sponsoring. I see the activities. And they said, well, what are you going to think about this, Mr. Q? I said, man, this is a bunch of waste of bullshit. This is a bullshit. You there? He said, what? What the fuck? I said, now I write this on Facebook too. He said, why you say that? Oh, sister, they came after me. I said, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. And this is just how I feel, man. I've been doing theater since I was 8 years old. I said, there's a difference between an actor and a theater fag. You guys are a bunch of theater fags. And I ain't never liked no theater fags. Now, this is where I got banned. I said, see, you are thinking that fag, I mean, a dainty, lighty guy. No. I mean a fucker that's just because you fat, was effeminate, and couldn't get along with the other boys, you decide to go in the theater. That don't make you no fucking actor, bro. That don't make you no actor. I'm an actor. I'm an artist that has studied my shit. So I ain't got no time to be acting like no fucking clown and dancing. I'm a 51-year-old man. I said, y'all playing at this shit, bro. I said, if you really want to offer actors an opportunity to express themselves and grow, where's your how to produce a one-man show? Where's your how to put a production together from scratch? That's what these people need. What you're giving them is just filling your pockets. I ain't mad at you, but don't come to me with that shit, bro. That's uncool. I'm offended. And then some, well, you know, I've studied clowning, and I said, listen, most of you motherfuckers are probably unemployed, and you probably aren't very good. That's for you to decide. You can go and look at my fucking resume, and you cannot ask any actor I've worked with. No, Q ain't like that. He just believes in doing the fucking work. I've already done all that shit. You do that before you even get on the stage, man. I said, so what you're doing is you putting these people and you trying to sell something to them. I dig it, man, but I'm not that guy. And so don't come to me like that. Oh, okay, I kind of see what you're saying. I said, yeah, you know, if you want to offer some shit where people going to walk away and say, yeah, I can go get a job with this information. I dig it, man. I'm with you. But this baiting and switching shit, man, I just don't trust y'all. I don't trust you now. That's how I feel. Now, how I relate that to people. I don't trust people to know themselves.
Why not?
Because most of the people that I've interacted with don't. And they haven't even done the basic homework to get there. And it's evident by their life's condition and the things that they say. It's evident by their perspective of the world that they hold and that they espouse. That's what has been my experience. Most people are stuck in a dogma that they have not challenged throughout their life, are afraid to break out of it and think differently, do something new, even if it fails. To say, well, okay, I experienced that. How does that reinforce my perspective on the world? Most people are cowards, Bo. Most people are cowards, which is why the world is the condition that it's in. People afraid to live the life that they want. That's what I think.
Is it that they're afraid, or is it that they don't have the means to?
There's nothing stopping you. There is no such thing as not having the means. I was talking with a woman today, and I was asking her about this project that she's doing. And I just listened. Well, I don't have this, and I don't have that, and I don't have this. Mm-hmm. And then earlier, it just so happened I was talking to a celebrity guy, very successful guy. That motherfucker is working on a new thing. He never says what he doesn't have. He'll no, that's not true. He'll say, "Oh, I understand that. This would be great to have, and we don't have that. But fuck it, you go on." That's how you know. That's how you know a real artist. You see, when I was, hold on. Why is that? Echo. Oh. Is that better? Check. I think I just have a delay. Can you hear me clearly?
I can.
Okay. In college, when I told my parents and stuff that I was to be an actor, they say, "Okay, well, do that. We're not going to pay for it." Okay, cool. That's how badly I wanted it. I didn't give a fuck what my grandma said. My door, who was like docs, didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck what my mom said, what my grandmother said. Nobody said I wanted to be an actor. Nothing else mattered. And it took them 3-4 years before they caught up to it. But you thought I called myself? I did it myself. And only years later, when my relatives come to me and say, "Man, we love and respect you so much because you did what the fuck you wanted to do, for better or for worse." Now, it just so happens it worked out. And I'm very grateful and very honored. But like I was telling my wife one time, I was asking her about, being a model and stuff. I said, "Yeah, why did you have these interruptions in your career?" "Oh, I'd have a boyfriend, or my grandmother or mother didn't dig me going to modeling, and I didn't want to travel there because my parents didn't." I said, "Oh, I dig it. That's your journey. I dig that." Yeah, nothing like that ever stopped me. I don't give a fuck. I wanted to be an actor. And even today, when I'm on the phone with people, sister, the things that I know, we live in the real world, okay? And I dig that. But your reality is kind of what you make it. I know that, Just do what the fuck you want to do, bro.
But that was a form of self-love. When you
Absolutely.
That was a form of self-love when you did what
That's
you
right. That's right.
When you wanted to do acting,
right. And I was telling what I was communicating is that I love y'all, but I don't love y'all more than I love me, and I don't believe in y'all more than I believe in me. So fuck y'all, and you gonna love me or not. It's cool. I'll live.
Not in those words, everybody, but you guys get the gist.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to branch off from what you know
Right.
in order to love yourself better.
Because and my mother would tell me this when I'm in my 40s. Son, what I realized is that I was scared. I dig it, Mom. I knew you were scared. I just didn't know how to communicate that knowledge and understanding. But I wasn't going to let your fear of who you are or your limitation affect who the fuck I think I am.
Absolutely.
And I know you love me. So if you're capable of that, imagine a motherfucker that don't even know me. And I'm going to let what they think affect me and just make decide on what journey I'm going to take. Fuck that. No, I ain't never been that way. Nope. I don't even know what that looks like. I'm going to be honest with you. I'll tell you this, though. My wife is the only person in my life whom I have really not done things that maybe I wanted to do, considering the feelings and thoughts of another.
Okay.
Yeah, my wife is the only person really in my life that I've done that for. But doing that with her, I've learned how to do it more. You dig what I mean? How to give altruistically. That's what they call it.
Okay.
Yeah. That was a foreign concept to me for many years. I didn't understand that. I thought, oh, if you give something, then you're going to get something reciprocal. My wife explained to me, oh, no, see, that's not true giving. That means you're giving with the expectation of getting something in return, so you're not giving from your heart. I said, oh, yeah, I guess I don't give from my heart. Yeah, I give with the expectation you're going to give me something back. Maybe not tomorrow, but next week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's how you think.
Dang, man.
Is that crazy?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's crazy because I'm sure a lot of other people are the same way, but that's damn. Like, that's all I can say. Like, you really expect something back every time you give, or you know what I mean? Like,
well, I know that the universe rewards you for your gifts of giving from the heart.
Right.
Yeah, I know that.
Or like you don't give just because like one day you wake up like, damn, I'm in a giving spirit. I'm gonna give.
Oh, now I do. Yeah, now I do. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I give people food and clothes and anything I got, money. I don't care. I've always felt that way, but my intention behind it was not the same. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
Yeah, my intention behind my giving is totally different than what it used to be.
Okay.
Yeah, I can now give and not expect anything back, and I don't expect anything back. In fact, I understand how I'm rewarded through giving. Yeah. Okay, let me push on. Yeah, you say what?
I have a question before we go on to the next one.
Yes, sister.
Do you feel like forgiving others for wronging you or treating you a certain kind of way is a form of self-love?
Absolutely.
Okay. And why?
Because through forgiveness, you lift the weight off of you. That's why I'm conceptualizing that. So when I forgive someone for how they may have treated me or something that they said to me, I'm giving that gift to myself, to saying it's okay and it doesn't affect you, except for as much as you allow it to. And so then that's my homework. Why is it affecting you? What did they say or do that pissed you off? Why do you feel offended or put off or whatever? And use that and self-reflect on it. Now, there are some instances when you're going to go there and you're going to say, oh, yeah, that person is just an asshole. That's cool. Because some people are assholes. I can be an asshole. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, he was in an asshole moment. And I forgive him because I know I can be an asshole. Yeah. Okay. That's why, like, when you talk with people and argue, like, it's funny to me. It's funny to me. In family, it's so weird to me that a family they can argue and bicker and not talk to each other. I don't get that.
Why don't you get that?
Because I've always envisioned that family is just a unit that you get through it no matter what. Okay, and that center of it, there's a love that is unbreakable, and opinions can't affect it too much. It can stretch it, it can morph it into something different, but it's still there. But I was talking to a girl today. She said, Mr. Q, I live in the same apartment complex as my two sisters, and we ain't talked in years. I said, why is that, sister? She said, oh, because, we grew up and certain things just didn't get healed. And now we can't even talk to each other. I'm like, oh, what a waste. I said, sister, go and call your sister right now. Knock on her door. Nope. That's okay.
I'm biased.
Tell me what your experience is.
I'm biased. With my immediate family, oh, for sure. I'm ride or dying. There's nothing that will ever break me apart from them. Right. None of that. No argument. No nothing will ever break me apart from my immediate family. But extended, oh fuck no.
Right. And I do see that difference.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'm good.
I see that difference because your nuclear family. I think that's what you're talking about, right? Your mom, your brothers, right? Of course.
Yes. Right. Your foundation.
Right. I was talking with my wife very recently, and it had come up before, and I think I kind of alluded to it last week. As a single child growing up, with no siblings, I'm very emotionally self-reliant, whereas perhaps when one is raised with siblings around them, they're used to that effect of interacting with someone kind of constantly. See, I never had that growing up. My wife thinks that has definitely affected my ability to communicate and share, because I can go inside and I'm totally happy and content. And also, I was working at an early age, so I was around a lot of adults, and I'd be the only kid there. Mm-hmm. So that has something to do with it. We're sure we just don't know exactly what, which is what I'm going to do to counseling. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm pretty happy, babe. I don't know. She says, yeah, but that doesn't make you really maybe a good mate. Maybe that's what we got to talk about. That's cool. Yeah. Okay. I'll go to the next one. Oh, I'm good at this one. Allow yourself to make mistakes. We're told again and again from a young age, nobody's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. But the older you get, the more pressure you feel never to fail. Cut yourself some slack. Make mistakes so you can learn and grow from them. Embrace your past. You're constantly changing and growing from who you once were into who you are today and who you will one day be. So forget about the voice in your head that says you need to be perfect. Make mistakes. Lots of them. The lessons you'll gain are priceless. Thoughts?
I believe that's true.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't have to learn these lessons over and over again, but I guess that's just how my journey goes. But I agree.
Yeah, I think I stand by that. I wanted to talk real quick.
Yeah.
When we were talking about the opinions of others.
Yes.
And there's a woman in town, I think you know, and I was telling her a few weeks about how that woman told me everything but a child of God, and then had the nerve to call me a damn it. And then I said, well, you just said a many things, but that's the most offensive one you said. Anyway, she's a Christian woman.
Yes.
And then it's like on one hand, I get the philosophy, well, let them live their life and don't judge them, I hear you. But a part of me, that just might be the petty part of me, just wants to say, okay, You were wrong. Do you acknowledge that now? And then I know that's wrong. You can't expect people to change on your terms. But I got an opinion about that lady, and I'd like to share it with her, damn. But then as a man, you kind of like say, okay, you know, I'm a guy, and that's a woman. Let it be.
Share it with her in private. I'm sure you'll see her again, correct?
I guess I will. Yeah. I was thinking about going to her church and, you know, being there and then maybe our paths would cross. Okay. One thing also, Chef, I said fast on our phone, but I'm going to be much more conscientious of it. So we're at 35 minutes. We just can go through a couple more and then we'll back.
Okay.
Don't be afraid. I think you know this because you talked to me about this. Don't be afraid to let go of pop.
One more time. I didn't catch that.
Don't be afraid to let go of toxic people.
Oh, I'm quick at doing that.
How do you identify toxic people?
Anything that disturbs my peace and my energy, anything that causes me to deter from my goals and my dreams, anything that causes harm to me and my body and my health, anything that is not good for me, I will cut that shit off in a heartbeat. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Period.
What if you love them?
Give a fuck. You didn't love me enough.
There you go. Yeah, I agree.
You didn't love me enough. And I love hard. So hell no. Right. I'm good.
I agree, sister. I agree. And I'm getting better at that. Me, I'm a softie. So I'll kind of nurture you. You're right. No, you're right. I'm learning that. At 50 years old, I have to learn that. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
I did that.
Yes, sir.
What did I write? Nobody ever takes responsibility. Oh, yeah, I love this. For the energy they put out into the world. If there's someone who's bringing toxicity into your life and they won't take responsibility for it, that might mean you need to step away from them. Don't be afraid to do this. It's liberating and important, even though it may be painful. Remember, protect your energy. It's not rude or wrong to remove yourself from situations or the company of people who are draining you. Amen. Emotional vampires. I love that term.
Yes.
They just sat. And that's one of the reasons why I kind of sometimes stay out those rooms. I see in my own pain, and I'm not trying to take away from the pain of others. I've sensed a lot of emotional vampirism.
In those chats?
Yep. Okay. In those Facebook rooms with the amputees and the disabled.
Okay.
A lot of those more posts than I care for. I sense draining. They just want the attention. They just want, always got a problem, never a solution.
Never a solution. I can't stand people like that.
Me either. Now, I in my own personal relationship. Okay, it's just got to come out, man, because fuck, that's my life. Okay, so that's the way it is.
What's up, Mr. Q?
Hey, man, I just let it go, and tell you how it is. So I had told my wife, listen, don't come to me with a whole bunch of fucking problems. You come to me with solutions. I got the world problems I got to deal with. So shit in this household, identify it. This is what needs to be done. Husband, this is where we are. This is what needs to be done.
Okay.
Don't come to me with a bunch of problems. Come to me with solutions. Now, I understand that women have to express themselves, and they have to have a environment to where they are allowed to express themselves and release what's going through them. I dig that. But yeah, I don't want to be hearing that shit all day. I tell my wife, I tell her, no, you don't know. You got about 15 minutes of that. And then we got to get to work.
You are an asshole.
Why? Because this is what happens, sister. This is what happens. You give people that time, they'll fucking all night long. You be talking about the same shit. Nope. Let's put a kibosh on this. Let's say, okay, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, we just bitch and moan, and that's it. Cool, I'm with you. But at 40 minutes, 46, that shit ends. And then we get back to work.
Okay.
That's just how I am. And that's not good. I ain't say that's good. I just said that's how I am. That's right.
But that's fair. Because
I
wouldn't
spend too much time.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to hear that.
This went wrong. Oh, Lord. Okay, what is the solution, yo? What the fuck? Okay, here we go. But I'm learning. I'm being more patient. I'm learning that, in my business dealings, I'm being more patient.
Okay.
And I'm not comfortable with it always, but I'm trying to, soak it in. And I'm also exercising. Okay. So if I have this business thing going on, what can I do that doesn't interrupt what I have going on in this business thing? What can I do to make me see? I have to always feel like I'm making a move, that I'm advancing. I've taken a step. I've made an accomplishment today to get me closer to my goal.
Yes.
I gotta have something tangible. I can't just be no fucking talk. I gotta have. This is what I did today. Look. Oh wow, cool. Another step. I'm just like that. But my buddy is saying, yeah, man, just kind of relax. It's good. I'm like, I hear you. Okay, I'll be patient. But I'm also going to be doing this too, bro. That's just how I am. Okay, trust yourself to make good decisions for yourself. Okay, that's important. Trust yourself to make good decisions for yourself. We so often doubt ourselves and our ability to do what's right, when most of the time we do know in our hearts what's best. I don't think that's true. Remember that your feelings are valid. You're not losing touch with reality. You know yourself better than anyone else, so be your best advocate.
But I tell you.
Yeah. I don't know about that, because I work with special ed kids. You ain't gonna tell me them fucking kids know themselves better than we do. That's not true. That's just not true.
You're talking about.
It's not scientifically true.
But you're talking about a disabled child. They're talking about an average fucking human being, an average adult. You know that.
Okay. So let's just deal with that. Would you agree or disagree that most people in the United States probably function with, I'm going to say, 40% fucking craziness? And they're just walking around, normal people. But they got some crazy fucking ideas in their head about how life, about how this world is, how the world should be. Maybe they should have sex with children, they think that shit's right. So when we talking about you know yourself better than anyone else, I hear you. But you might be a crazy motherfucker too. How you know?
I feel like crazy people know themselves too, though. Like you just said, a pedophile knows that he's a fucking pedophile or she's a.
But he don't know that it's wrong.
Yes. Oh,
I don't know about that, sister. I've read some of those people. They don't think that it's wrong. They're trying to get that shit in the law, sister. Yeah, they're trying to take it out of the law books as a crime.
Yeah, I read that.
You heard about that?
Yeah, that's some sick shit.
So that means they think, and I'm not trying to equate the two, okay? I'm only saying for historical reference. Those people, the pedophiles, are saying, well, it's just like gay people. Remember they used to put us in the gay people in the book saying that we crazy? They saying y'all took the gay people out. We want to come out the book too. We ain't crazy. We know what the fuck we want. We want little kids. They say they know themselves though. What do you think about a person who tells that they a supremacist? Whether it be a black supremacist or a white supremacist. Well, they say they know themselves. So that's why that idea of don't judge others. You know yourself better than anybody. I hear you. I don't think I agree with that for the most part. I don't think I agree with it. I think because people are too fucking crazy in our country. I can't trust you until I can see your life demonstrates that you ain't no crazy motherfucker. And that don't mean that you're rich or nothing like that. That don't mean nothing. It means, oh, I see how you relate to people and talk.
That doesn't mean anything.
To anger.
That doesn't mean anything. The sweetest person could be a goddamn serial killer, and you wouldn't know it. That's because you believe her to be this innocent woman because how she spoke to you, how she dressed, how she interacts with people. Just because that shit don't mean anything. That's just a shell.
I dig that.
But I feel like we trust ourselves enough to know what we will and will not do, and what we're capable of and what we're not capable of. You should just trust yourself to know what you're gonna what you already know you're gonna do, or what you're capable of doing. Trust yourself to or just trust people enough, like you said, you want to see what people, their actions. Trust them enough from what you already seen. So I trust you to do this and that from what I've seen you do already. Right. Don't trust them anymore, or don't give them any more.
Oh, I can't see it. See, I think that's one of my things. I give people a lot of leeway. Yeah, I just make these assumptions, and I have to stop doing it. I've been told that many times, right?
For sure.
Okay, we'll do this last one, and then we'll come back and visit next week. Take every opportunity. Oh, this is good. Take every opportunity life presents, or create your own. Take every opportunity that life gives you, and if it ain't giving you none, create your own. That's been my philosophy.
I like that.
The timing is never going to be perfect for that next big step in your life. Let me see here. The setup may not be ideal, but that shouldn't hold you back from reaching to meet your goals and dreams. Instead, seize the moment because it may never come back.
Hey, I agree. I seized the moment when I went to college for culinary arts. That was my opportunity right there. The situation was by far not ideal. It started off ideal, but then shit happens. But through it all, I persevered and I graduated with honors and everything. So
all right. What's that? You graduated what?
From culinary arts, the Cordon Bleu.
Right. The Cordon Bleu. Yeah. Do you want to be using that more?
For sure, I tried.
It's tough. I know. Oh, well, you gotta go down to that restaurant and cook, chef. That place down there, all them fancy folks be at down here.
Where?
What's that place? Over there by before you get to the national park entrance. That restaurant or something over there. My wife gone there and eat. I ain't never ate there. And it's got little rooms on the property too. It's near the art gallery over there on that side of town.
Kitchen of the Desert.
I know that place. I know that place. Yeah. I know those guys. Huh?
It's a different place?
It's a different place. I wish I could tell you. I'll look it up and I'll send you the. But shit, Kitchen of the Desert, sister. My brother owns that too.
Yeah.
So I just put that out there. Okay. That was our last one. Take every opportunity. Yeah, take every opportunity, guys. And then if they don't exist, create your own. I was telling Queen this morning. I wanted to thank her, sister. That's why I called her.
Okay.
I thanked her because I said, I just want to let you know I see all of the postings that you do throughout the day on the social media, and it's really inspiring me to get more pictures, and just constantly doing my shit. I said, thank you for that inspiration. You're showing me, I need to be doing that more, and I ain't doing it. He said, yeah, but you do that shit. I said, okay, sister, I'm making it's in my thing now. It's in my purview. You definitely gonna start seeing more pictures. I said, but see, me, I got to change the way I think. Show business is different. And Now I understand. Yeah, it's totally cool for me to just take selfies of my shit. I'm not from that school. I'm from the school where you get a photographer, you get the lights set up, you book a place, and you take your pictures. And it ain't that way no more.
Yeah, it's not that serious.
Yeah, it's not that serious. Yeah. I was telling you how I contacted you the other night because I had this audition for a telecommunications company, right? And I actually wound up not doing the audition.
Right, you told me.
Yeah, they wanted the full body shots, etc., but it had to be from today, yesterday. Now, this is what I learned or experienced.
Okay.
Normally, when I'm doing these things, I have a house photographer. My wife. That's her thing. That's what she takes pictures. Not having my wife here, I literally, when I got the audition notice from my agent, said, okay, I'll get Alzora to take these pictures for me. I said, oh, wait, Alzora's not here now. Okay, well, let me see who else would I trust to fucking take some pictures of me that ain't going to fuck it up. So I called you. And I called you, and you just couldn't do it, and that's fine. And so I just told my agent, next one, I'll do next one. But that kind of sucked my ass. That kind of bit my ass. That's the first, because I don't turn down auditions. I will go for anything almost. But I turned it down. I said, okay.
You couldn't set up your phone.
I know, I didn't know.
To get a full body picture of you, Mr. Q.
How? Well, now this is what I did, sister. Hold on, where is it at? Oh, it's over there. When you come back over here, I'll show you. I got the stand. I just don't want to leave the camera. It's a stand with the round light on it.
Yeah.
I got it today. You put the phone in it, and then I got a little remote that came with it, and I can take my pictures that way. And I can even start my video. Yeah.
Oh, that's tight. Okay.
So I said, I ain't gonna never find myself in that position again. So today I went out and got that fucking thing. Yeah. So that's that. Okay. So we're gonna take these opportunities, guys. We've been going almost an hour. We'll kind of pick up the rest of these points in the first half of next week's show. What I'm really hoping for, Chef, is that we have a couple of contestants that want to help us end up Black History Month with some of these damn questions I got. Yeah.
No one interested? What's going on, guys?
No one. Well, we had a couple of people interested. I wrote them back and says, okay, it's on the 23rd at 5:30. Send me your picture. So I can make a flyer. Only one person sent it. So what I'm going to do, I ain't going to freak out. I'm just going to, tonight, after this show, I'll start reposting, looking for contestants for next week.
Okay.
Yeah. So I will do that today, and I'll get that done.
Okay.
There you go. So that was our show, guys. We hope you enjoyed it. I am going to be doing and making some appearances. And I'm trying to get Chef to come with me. Where's my calendar? There it is. So. We're going to start. I'm talking about guys next week, and we're going to start announcing where we're going to be, because I'm just going to be at places promoting my show, and promoting this show as well. Because I have my own show, Chef, coming out in April.
Oh, is that right?
Right, on April 26th. I don't know the date. That's not true. So I know it's sometime in April. I don't know exactly when. They're going to tell me. Hold on. So we're in February. Okay, so March, I'll be at the Abilities Expo here in Los Angeles, March 4th through the 6th. I will be doing some interviews there, engaging with folks. I'm going to climb that fucking big ass rock wall. I'm trying to get Chef to climb it with me. I'm going to have a camera guy out there, so even if we're both out there or just me, I'm still going to have a camera guy. I don't think I'm going to have a sound guy, but I might. I don't know. But I definitely have a camera guy. And then on the 14th, I'll be at the Assistive Tech Expo at CSUN. So that's where all of the latest technology related to the disabled community is unveiled, and you kind of see where they are in the process. And I'm going to get to learn about all these new different products. I got our press passes today, as a matter of fact, so if you want to go, we got a press pass. And that's in the end of March. Now, just last night, I received an invitation to consider going down to Mexico during that same week. The U.S. World Soccer team is in the qualifying matches of the World Cup for the Summer Olympics or whatever it is. So they have to play this like qualifying round down in like Mexico somewhere. I don't know. And the guy said, "Hey man, well, we got our team. We're going to be down here for a week. A lot of teams from South America, France, all the countries, they all got to come to Mexico to qualify to be in the Olympics." So they said, "Well, why don't you come on down for that week and hang out?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, I like that, man." It's not that expensive either. It's not that expensive. So I'm kind of working it and seeing if that'll happen. If I have that opportunity, I won't go to the CSUN thing, and I'll just go to Mexico every week. So, but I am going to be making these personal appearances, guys. I like going out and engaging. In April, I'll be in New York for National Limb Awareness Month. Myself and someone very cool will be announcing some stuff in April. Yeah, in April. So I might go to New York to make those announcements. And while I'm on the East Coast, I may see Team Plum. So I may go down to Georgia and do a little bit of business. I'm going to do some stuff in Atlanta. I'm setting it up now. And you'll have an opportunity to come out and see me speak and interact with me one-on-one. So, we're going to be picking up these podcasts, and I'm going to give this thing some legs. And I believe in getting out there in the streets and meeting people and shaking hands. So I'm going to invite people. Hey man, if I'm in your town, come on out and check me out. So I've met so many wonderful people across the country that way. When I went across country last spring, I met so many people wherever I'd stop. I'd just get on Facebook. Hey, I'm coming here and I'll be there in 2 hours. Me and my son and our dog, and people would show, "Hey man, what's happening? Nothing much cool. I'm at this rest stop. Come on, stop and see us. We'll be here for 2 hours. Hey man, good to see you. I saw you on Facebook." So we're going to be doing that, and I'll be doing it solo. I'm not going to take my child with me this time. When I go to Thailand, I'll probably take her with me. There you go. Okay, so that's what I got coming up, and I'll be adding dates to the calendar as we go. We got some great opportunities, I think, coming up for our sister.
All right. Sounds awesome.
Yeah. All right. So we're at our hour mark. We did it again. Yay. We'll see y'all next Wednesday for our final show of Black History Month, where we will be playing and we'll be talking about famous Black amputees in history. Or no, not just amputees. I think it's disabled. Yeah, we're doing disabled because there weren't enough amputees that I came up on. So, Chef, you do a couple, and I'll come up to the table with a couple, and then I'll have some questions for people to see test your trivia knowledge, and we'll just have that on deck.
All right, sounds like a plan, brother.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. See y'all next week. Peace.
Bye, everyone.